Hello everybody and welcome back to Football Manager 2023 with the Youth Academy only save with Guiseley, and we are doing very well in the year 2054. That's American, 2054. It's Youth Intake Day, but we've got quite a lot to catch up on, so let's dive in and have a look. Hello everybody, welcome back, and without giving anything away, we're starting on the finances page, because it's the only page I think you can look at where it doesn't give away any sort of like news, league position, results, anything like that. So yeah, the finances are looking great, aren't they? £289.248 million in the bank, and the steady little increases you get at the start of every season are absolutely brilliant. Yeah, really good. It's going incredibly well. We're making lots of money, obviously, because we're not spending any money. We're well below our wage budget as well, so lots to play with that if needs be. And the board have always given us now like 90 million to spend. 96 million to spend is what we've got here, and yeah, we're not spending any of it, so it's going all right. Now, I've teased you somewhat, so let's have a look at how we're getting on this season. It's the middle of March. We're 7th with 8 games to go this year. We are 7th in the league. 49 points from 30 games. 15 wins, 4 draws and 11 losses. Yes, we've lost quite a lot of games, but yes, we've won more games than ever, and we aren't really drawing. We're either throwing them away in the last few minutes or winning them in the last few minutes. That's generally all we've been doing. You can tell from the +5 goal difference that we've got after 30 games that our games have all been pretty tight and pretty close. We got knocked out of the Emirates FA Cup by Tottenham, who are just incredible in this save, and we got knocked out in the second round by Woking in the EFL Carabao Cup. So yeah, not brilliant. But Crimson Mori, Alphakoff and Andrew Neeson all with top goal scorers in the league with 10 goals each, which is pretty good to see. Andrew Neeson having a phenomenal season this year, which is good. But yeah, I mean, Newcastle and Chelsea have both got a game in hand on us, but we are only 3 points off Chelsea and 7 points off potentially a Champions League spot. Liverpool have 2 games in hand on us, but it's by far and away the best season we've ever had. We're in March. We're already safe from relegation. We've already paid out those bonuses to the players that need them, or the players that earned them. And yeah, it is absolutely phenomenal. 29 points away from bottom of the table, Southampton and Wolves. And yeah, what a season we have been having. And look at this run. We've gone back to a 4-1-3-2-0 strikerless system because the under-18s and the under-21s are using it, and they were winning most of their games. So I thought it's clearly a good system. Started with the asymmetrical one, which we still use. We do mix up our formations in games if it's all going a bit tits up. But this Newcastle game, the Middlesbrough game where we lost, we ended it playing the strikerless system, and for like a minute, and it created a chance. So I was like, let's give it a go against Newcastle. We lost, but we played pretty well. We gave it a go at home to Liverpool, beat them 2-0. Played Chelsea, lost 5-1. Leeds and Watford were both beaten, lost to Man United. And then this run was just amazing. We beat Arsenal, Bolton and Fulham. Drew with West Ham, lost to Spurs, but smashed Middlesbrough in the return fixture after we lost. They came to our place and we lost. We went to their place, smashed them 5-1. We beat Plymouth, lost to Spurs again. Beat Sunderland in the FA Cup, narrowly lost to Liverpool at Anfield, drew with Newcastle, and then beat Stoke City. Drew with Tottenham in the FA Cup 4th round, and then lost to them in the replay 2-0. Southampton, we beat them 2-0. We lost to West Ham 2-0. We beat Fulham 3-1, beat Bolton 4-1, and have just drawn 3-3 with Arsenal, with goals coming from Crimson Mori, Alphakoff, and Andrew Neeson. An 86th, we were 3-1 up until the 80th minute. 82nd and 86th minute, Leonardo Novas scored for Arsenal to get them the draw. But yeah, we're playing unbelievably well. We've got Watford up next after we go through the youth intake. We'll play that off camera. Then we have a really tough run of Man United and Chelsea back-to-back. Leeds breaks them up, then Man City, and then Wolves, Aston Villa, Everton is a bit of a softer final 3 games to the season, where we may be playing to try and get into Europe. Who knows? It's going to be interesting. So yeah, a fantastic run this year, picking up lots more points, beating lots more teams. The strikerless system does seem to be working. I mean, you can see here we went to Stoke and we did play the 4-1-1-3-1 asymmetric system for the whole game and we got the win. So it is also a sort of like who we're playing against, but generally I think it was an error to leave the 4-1-3-2-0 DM system behind, which I said right at the outset of this save, like episode 2 or 3, I did say that if there's a system that exploits the match engine a little bit, we're going to use it because this save is hard enough as it is. So, and I think we've got the main thing, first thing, is we've got the players that can play in the system, which is why it works quite well for us. And we have been adapting systems to our players and how we go. And the 4-1-1-3 DM asymmetric thing sort of worked. The 4-2-2-2 system that we've got sort of worked, although it fell apart a little bit here. The 4-2-3-1 we came up with sort of worked. But yeah, I think we're in a position where this should be our system going forwards. Now, it is youth intake day, and obviously we do adjust our systems with the best players that come from the youth academy and make it to the first team. So without further ado, let's go and look at what we've got. Okay, so our annual youth candidate intake has arrived for assessment. Whilst it remains very early in their respective careers, these players, led by the very gifted Murphy Ilunga, have a real chance of developing into a golden generation standard. Yeah, okay, so we have 2 elite talents, Murphy Ilunga and Desaludin Obuka. I need a nickname for him in the comments because he's obviously going to be very good for us as well. So we need to get a nickname for I think that'd be Dejaludin Obuka is what I think we're going with. 2 elite talents. We have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 top talents, which is pretty good. Portuguese, Dutch, 2 Welshies in there and an Englishman as well. And obviously Dejuland Obuka is Bosnian, which is why I can't say his name. Good talents, we've got 2 Englishmen, a Polishman, an Iranian, which is cool, and another Welshman there, Sean John. And then the decent talents, we do have a Croatian. We have David Harding, who's Welsh, and Regan Don Duncan, which is a great name. I don't think the decent talents are going to be very good, judging by their ability, but I do want to have a quick look at Nick Levec, because he is Croatian. And that means he's probably come through our youth affiliate club. Great jumping reach, great height, decent tackling, marking's pretty good, positioning's not bad for his age, but with that potential, he's never going to really get anywhere. So probably not. We'll have a quick flick then. David Harding, low determination, you will not be getting a contract. And and Regan Don Duncan, balanced personality, you will not be getting a contract either. Right, into the good talents. We're not going to waste our time with the decent talents anymore. So starting at the bottom, we'll start with Merad Jalili. Midfield right, midfield left, 1-star current ability, 2.5-star potential, a realist personality, not too bad. Technique, crossing, acceleration, agility, pace, determination. I mean, he's got some good founding attributes, but again, it's just the potential that's lacking him down. We'll probably let our assistant decide. Ross is probably going to get the choice to say whether this guy gets a contract or not. We'll go with his recommendations, but not too much really in terms of what he's going to offer us in the future. It's tough because his pace, his fitness, his agility, his acceleration's good. He's got great aggression, which I love. Determination's good. His crossing's good, and his technique's good. But I don't know if he's with 2.5-star potential, is he really going to develop? If he had these sorts of attributes and he was like 2.5-star but a model citizen, I would definitely give him a contract. But I don't think realist is just going to push him over the edge into what we need. Next up, midfield left or attacking midfield left, Sean John from Wales. Again, pace, fitness, agility, acceleration, aggression, bravery. Decisions is good. Flair, passing, technique, dribble. He looks good. Again, but low determination, 5'3". There's a lot of things that put me off him. So again, it'll be one for Ross to decide if Sean John is going to be getting a contract or not. Stanislav Babarias, who is a right back, 0.5-star current ability, 2.5-star potential, a balanced personality, absolutely no physicals other than a bit of pace. Bravery's good, decisions is good. Concentration's really low. Tackling 11. No, he will not be getting a contract. By the way, judging by the comments, this is what you guys want to see. Very quickly go through the poor, the good, and then much more focus on the sort of top and the elite talent. So that's why we're going through this a little bit quicker. Attacking midfield right or striker, Faris Winder from England. Half a star and 3 stars. First touch is good. Pace is good. Agility, balance, determination off the ball. Leadership, not too bad. A realist in terms of personality. Again, it's another one for Ross to decide. I mean, the top and the elites, I make the decision based on what they look like at the moment, what they look like on potential, and their personality generally. But I do let the assistant and the director of football and the head of youth development and stuff give me some feedback when going through the reports around what they think and what we could do. But yeah, there's just too much lacking at the moment. And we do have to remember, I haven't judged by... The other thing I do is... look at, because there's a bit of something else we need to do as well, just to catch up on in case it caught anyone's eye in the last couple of episodes. But what else I do is I don't always sign anyone, but then if I know I'm going to release a youngster that hasn't improved enough or is not fulfilling potential or is really struggling in training and consistently training bad in terms of the youth team training, if I release them and they need a replacement, then one of these lower rated talents may get a chance, because I do like that conveyor belt coming through. But yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. So that was Faris Winder. Dylan Chisholm, 1 star current ability, 3 star potential. Midfield centre, fairly determined. Yeah, determination 17, aggression 16, work rate 16, teamwork 11. Bust the net would love this guy straight away. Stamina 13, fitness 13, balance 13. A 3 star, again, he's got some good underlying attributes. 3 star potential is a decent to good rating for the senior team, so he could do a job and offer a job. But yeah, it's going to be another one for Ross. I mean, fairly determined with good aggression, good fitness and things like that, good stamina, does sort of suggest he could cut it in the first team. Right, on to the top talents. With these ones, we'll just start at the bottom and work our way up and see where we get to. I'm already excited because Carlos Trichante has an amazing name and he's Portuguese and he's a winger or a striker. So I'm already envisaging him to be the next Cristiano Ronaldo, whether we get that or not. Attacker midfield right, Nathan Hughes, 1 star current ability, 4 star potential. Unambitious, loads of flair, loads of pace, good passing, acceleration's good, aggression's good. There's an option there. Yeah, again, it's not amazing, but he has got, potentially 4 star ability, and it's an interesting one. He's not any better than what we've seen in the lower ranked talents, but the potential is better and therefore automatically goes up a bit. 5'9" at the age of 15, so he might grow a little bit, as you guys have confirmed in the comment section. That does happen, but yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. By the way, if you can see my arm, this arm moving and this shoulder moves a lot, the dog is on my lap again, so he's just having a little snooze, so I'm just giving him a little stroke. It's nothing untoward, I promise you that. Calvin Kelly, left back, right back, 1.5 star current ability, 4 star potential, from Wales. Okay, aggression 17, bravery 12, determination 13, tackling 14, marking 10, crossing 11, balance 15, natural fitness 18. He's got the decent stuff. He needs some pace. He needs to work on his pace and his acceleration, but he has got some decent starting attributes for a potential left back. Balance, personality isn't the best, but hopefully we can mentor him into something else. 5'8", 16 years old. Not too bad. Dives into tackles. I mean, he's got tackling 14, decisions 11, so at his age, it's not too bad for that sort of stuff. Yeah, potentially a new left back at the club in Calvin Kelly in the future years. Next up, Dutchman, probably come from Roda JC, 1 star current ability, 3.5 star potential, midfield centre, Freek van der Velden, which is an amazing name. Are you the next Clarence Seedorf? Probably not. Really lacking physically. No stamina, no pace, no strength, no balance. Jumping reach is poor. He's 5'5". But he's quick-ish. Acceleration, agility, anticipation, concentration, decisions, leadership, positioning, teamwork, tackling, technique. All look pretty good. I mean, it says central midfielder on defend. It stinks of ball-winning midfielder. Tackling 14, teamwork, leadership, and positioning is not too bad. Tries long-range passes with passing 8. dictates the tempo with passing 8. I'm going to suggest that's his Dutch training. Balanced personality, so again, something we can potentially work with. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's not amazing. It's a little bit... I still think this whole... We're about halfway through the youth take. I would say this feeds into underwhelming so far again, but we can't have a good youth intake every season. We know that. We're in that position now. Next up, striker or attacking midfielder, Tony Tompkins. 1-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. Tony Tompkins, fairly professional, so a decent, good personality. 5'9", but technique, flair, determination, first touch, agility, and natural fitness all looking pretty good. Tries killer balls often, passing 7, so that's not great. I assume that's got something to do with technique, but yeah, he's not looking too bad, is he? Not looking too bad. I don't think he's got... I mean, the attack midfield striker thing, I don't quite know. Finishing 6, composure 6. I think he's going to be struggling to get game time in the future, but we'll see how he gets on. Right, the one I was excited about, Carlos Trinchante. From Portugal, 1-star current ability, 4-star potential, left winger, attacking midfielder or striker. Carlos Trinchante isn't too bad. Determined personality, which I quite like. He looks aggressive, even though he's got aggression 8. Pace 11, natural fitness 13, agility 12, acceleration 13, dribbling 12, passing 10, technique 12, teamwork 14, and lots of determination 18. Argues with officials as well. There's maybe some potential. I mean, acceleration, agility, fitness is all great. Dribbling 12, technique 12. Yeah, he's definitely not the next Cristiano Ronaldo, but he's not going to be a complete write-off. I think with a bit of under 18s, under 21s games, maybe a loan spell here or there, he may grow into something quite useful. So we'll keep an eye on him. The final one in the top talents then, 1-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, Matty Roberts, who's a centre-back, right-back, right wing-back or central midfielder. Matty Roberts is 6'3". Already like the sound of that. Balanced personality, aggression's a little bit low, but bravery's great. Decisions, positioning, work rate, free kick taking, natural fitness, jumping reach, balance, tackling needs to go up, marking needs to go up. Plays short, simple passes. Love that. Shoots from distance. We'll get rid of that because she's got long shots 4. But centre back probably. I mean, he can cross with 11, but doesn't really have the pace or acceleration to get up and down the pitch. So I would probably say a centre back. And at 6'3" at the age of 15, yeah, he's got a cultured left foot, Dave Nichols centre back written all over him. He really has. So we'll see how he develops. And then we get into the final 2 for the elite talents. We come into the yet to be nicknamed Dejalaluddin Abuka. It's changing every time I say it. 1-star current ability, 5-star potential, a ball-winning midfielder. What have we got here then? We have a mercenary, which is not very good, but we'll have to try and train that out of him. Aggression 18, bravery 17, agility 13, determination 13, technique 14, work rate 15. That's pretty good. Passing 10, tackling 11, teamwork 11. Does not dive into tackles and moves the ball to his right foot before dribble attempt. Okay, I don't really care for that trait. It doesn't seem to make a difference in the match engine. Fitness is decent. Stamina, acceleration. If he's going to be a ball winner, there's not too much he needs to do technically. He needs to be able to win the ball back and pass, and he looks to be able to do that at the age of 15. So we'll keep an eye on him. Definitely need to have a look at changing that personality, and he needs a nickname because I just can't say that name. Not bad. Not too bad, as Rude is just popping his head up. You just see the top of his head. That's top of Rude's head. And then the very gifted Murphy Ilunga, who can play another world-class attacking field right that we're bringing through our place. Attacking field right, attacking field centre, attacking field left, can play as a striker if needs be. 1.5-star current ability. So he's up there with Calvin Kelly, who was probably the best in the top talents. About a 5-star potential. Murphy Ilunga is an inverted winger, so he's left-footed. Fairly ambitious, promising winger. Lacks a bit of pace and acceleration, but first touch 13, decisions 12, determination 14, flair 14, passing 14, technique 14, and teamwork 12 as well. There's things to work with. Is it the best? No. Is it the best player who've ever come through with 5-star potential? No. Leads a lot of physical work. Mentally, he does look very good for a young age, and technically, he's got some really good things in there, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I feel like at the halfway point, I was sort of glass half full, but it wasn't going to be a full pint. And now we've gone all the way through it. Again, I'm a bit like, it's a bit meh. I don't think we're going to get much out of this. There's maybe 1 or 2 top talents that will progress to at least get to the under-21s, and the elite talents will definitely get to the under-21 level, but do they have enough to get to the first team? I don't know. When you compare them with what we've got in terms of under-21s in here, I mean, Jensen Strawbridge, who has apparently already hit his ability, but he keeps on playing really well for the under-21s. So this year in the under-21s, 7.24 average rating, 20 goals in 45. He's going to warrant a go in the first team next year, even though his potential ability, he's already reached his maximum potential. He's going to be given a go, and at the moment, can I see anyone sort of get it? And then Fintan Strait is in it. He's another one. He's got low potential ability, but he's playing really well in the under-21s. 13 goals in 38, averaging over a 7. It's an interesting time that we're in, because our under-21s are getting a bit thin on the ground, but they're going to be populated by the under-18s. So these youngsters that come through our youth academy have to get some sort of contracts, because we can't afford to our under-18s to run dry, because it's the lifeblood of the team. Like the squad, it's not very old. It is getting older. It gets older every year. But there's a few. I mean, if you look beyond Connor and Supreme Dave, everybody else has got at least 3-4 more years in them as we get there. And I think we're not in a position yet where we need to panic about everyone needs a contract from the youth academy. But we might get to that position if people that are coming through, and let's say Alphakoff, who's now 24, in like 6 years' time when they're 30, if we don't have a good intake by like two really good intakes over the next 6 years, we could be in trouble, because there's a lot of people around that age in this squad, and that is what we need to keep an eye on, really. That's the key. That's the balancing act of this game, of this sort of save, I should say. But it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to see how this is going to affect. I'm just going to put everyone on rest because we've got a game in 2 days. But it's interesting. It's an interesting balancing act. It really is. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on the current season. Let me know your thoughts on that youth intake that we've just had. And let me know your thoughts on a nickname for the mercenary Delazudin Obuka. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one, which will do the end of season 30. I think this is the end of this season. And will we sneak into Europe or not? That's the question. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.